just got done with about a 120-mile ride through the backcountry behind Temecula, down into Warner Springs now, and just get a chance to really get a feel for the bike. The big change on this bike is the suspension. They put on a progressive rear shock, so the more you get down into the suspension, the more spring you have. So it really gives you that nice supple feel over the smaller rocks, and then once you hit the big bumps, you've got the stiff spring to give you the support you need so that it doesn't bottom out. The front suspension is not progressive, but it is a stiffer spring, a significantly stiffer spring, and that gives it much more, just really beefs it up for those hard hits and those G outs, those water bars we're going over today. It just seems to really come together with the smaller engine. There's less rotating mass with that 1090. You've got a heavier flywheel, and it just chugs along with plenty of torque. And with the new suspension, it just has a much lighter feel and a nice playful bouncy feel that you didn't have on the other bike. This bike is now going to be 22 pounds lighter than the 1190, and you can definitely feel it. You know, you notice it when you're going into ruts. You can kind of, you know, ride the edge of the rut and not fall down into it. You notice it when you're trying to pick a line. You notice it pretty much everywhere. I was worried that maybe it was going to be a little bit too far on the dirt side and lose some of the fun, spirited sport bike riding that the 1190 had, but it's actually better because of this. For the same reason it's better on the dirt, it's also better on the street. In the twisties, it just feels super flickable, light, and you can lean it over. You can change directions so much easier. Just, I think, mainly because of the weight, but also because of this new suspension that just feels so much more reactive and responsive. I think the goal for the 1090 is to make it the most rideable, best suspended, you know, kind of user-friendly off-road adventure bike on the market. We really wanted it to be a bike that has minimal electronics, so it's not, you don't have all of these features that are interfering with the ride. Some guys who want to take their bikes out in the desert for a week and ride on a BDR type thing or something, they don't want all these features, cruise control and all this extra stuff. So, you know, we tried to make it basics, cost effective, but still have all the KTM quality, the hydraulic clutch, the aluminum bars, the good wheels and tires, you know, just all that stuff that normally comes with a KTM. So my main involvement with this bike was the suspension. We started out, I got some prototype suspension last summer, and we started testing here and gave them some feedback. And generally, we wanted to make the bike a little bit more balanced and improve the bottoming resistance in the rear. So, you know, we've done that with the PDS rear shock. We've been able to increase the bottoming resistance, and then we increase the spring rate in the front. So that helps to bring the bike into balance more and reduce bottoming on the front fork. So yeah, Chris Birch kind of talked me into teaming up with him and riding Red Bull Romaniacs in July. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we're going to do Red Bull Romaniacs on a couple of 1090 Adventure Rs, and should be an interesting project. I think the 1090 has turned out really well. I'm really pleased with the way the whole package has come together. The engine is really rideable, really friendly. It just, you know, it's just a good package for this type of riding. I mean, you can see the guys today, we rode 120 miles, mostly off-road and some really nasty, rough, you know, fire roads and rocky stuff, and everybody had a blast, and, you know, I think the bike worked really well.